Welcome back everyone, welcome to the channel. It's Monday, beginning of a new month, beginning of June. June is a properly exciting month for me. There's a whole ton of stuff going on in June and I'm very excited to be able to share it with you guys as the month goes on. I've been a bit distant the last week, probably last week and a half, for good reason. I've not really had a break for the last month. For the last month. I've not had a break for the last 6 months, so the beginning of the year started really busy and it's built and built and built ever since really, and that's fine because that's what I do and I love it and it's great, and I have no complaints. But I got to the end of May and just felt very burnt out, so decided to just roll things back and have some time for myself really, and sleep and eat and not go to the gym and generally just kind of kick back and relax. But it's now Monday, it's June, the beginning of June, and I am back on it. But one thing I did do last week, kind of not because I was in a rut, but it's something that I suggest to other people to do when they're in a rut, is to take themselves off or take themselves out or sit themselves down and create something. Oftentimes we sit there and we're thinking, oh, I want to do this, I want to make that, I don't know what to do. And always the best advice is to create something. I saw something on Instagram a couple of weeks ago where somebody had put a post up saying that they were trying to design a big poster for something and didn't know where to start. And best thing to do, grab a pen, just start scribbling, because those free form ideas, if you're just not really paying attention to what you do, then starts to kind of untap that creativity in your head and you start to open up to more ideas, and you then get to the thing that you're trying to get to. And it's the same with photography. If you're trying to create a beautiful kind of image, or it's a beautiful landscape, or it's, for me, it's like a really stunning, impactful, powerful sports image, you don't just turn up, press the shutter, click, done, walk away. It's not how it works. So my best photos from an event, from a race, from a meet, from a game, whatever it might be, even with a client, even if it's kind of like commercial shoots with a sports brand, my best stuff comes later on. And the reason that happens is because those first images, those first half an hour, 45 minutes worth of images are where I'm just getting all of that stuff just kind of in the bank. All those things that I know I can shoot, that I know I can do well, just kind of get them out of my system, and then my creativity comes out. And it's the fact that I just start on something that makes a difference. And oftentimes when we're trying to be creative, what we do is we don't start. We sit there and we ponder and we kind of lament about how fact that we don't know what we're doing and we don't really know where to start. We've got these really big ideas. Start, just do anything. Anything is better than nothing. If you want to go out and create this beautiful image with your camera, just start taking lots of photos of something. Just start rattling that shutter off until you just feel a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more comfortable, and then those creative ideas all flow. But sitting there doing nothing does nothing for you. So what I did last week is I went to hang out with a buddy of mine and his friend, and you've met David before. He was on the video last time for Creative Mornings, or his friend George had come over to see him. So I went up to Sheffield, spent the better part of the day with them. We were doing some portrait stuff and I was teaching them about lighting and all that kind of stuff, because it's not really things that they do. So I was teaching them those, which was kind of cool. And then we went out to the peaks and we shot some bits and pieces, and you'll see from the kind of videos that are going through now of kind of that trip out into the peaks and just being out there and just hanging around with creative people and talking about cameras and shutter speeds and frames per second and video this and camera that and tripods this and composition that, just kind of started to unlock me a little bit more. And it wasn't a part of my brain that I'd used for a few days. So it was really lovely to kind of get out there and do something and kind of get really stuck into kind of being creative again. And it's teed me up for what is going to be an awesome week. I've got a really big commercial shoot tomorrow, which is kind of like phase 3 of this big commercial shoot that I've been on for the last 6 months. Can't show you any of that yet because all of that stuff is in quarantine. We're not releasing any of it until August, September this year, but it's some really cool different stuff for me, which I'm really excited about. And then this weekend is World Triathlon Series Leeds. It's the first big triathlon race of the year for me. Very excited. It's going to be wicked. Last year I went, didn't actually have a client for it last year because my client fell through at the last minute. This year I'm going back with a very, very special client that I'm very excited to be working with. And I really can't wait. I'm absolutely buzzing. Like, I've been fizzing for the last 24, 48 hours, just knowing that build-up's coming at the end of the week. And then the week after that, it's World Triathlon Series Nottingham. That was my first ever big World Series race that I shot last year. I shot it for the local council. I'm now going back with a very, very special client that I am buzzing and slightly stunned and shocked that I'm going back and I'll be working with these people. It's going to be wicked. So there's some very cool stuff to come. Keep an eye on the socials and you'll see all the images and stuff coming through. But yeah, if you're stuck in a rut, if you don't really know where to start, just start, because anything at the beginning is better than nothing. And if you wait for perfect inspiration, you'll never get there. So just start. Have a great day. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Hit subscribe. Give me a follow. Give me a shout out. Loving the comments that I'm getting in the minute on some of these videos. They're awesome. Thank you very much. Feel free to keep commenting. Have an awesome day, and I will see you later in the week, because I'm going to create something later in the week before I go off to Leeds and do all of that shenanigans. Peace.